Hi guys, welcome to my live. Thank you so much for tuning in, and for those who will be coming in. Our conversation of today is I want us to be having real conversations during our live sessions, and we are doing relationship today. And I've started with what's the most stupid, rather silly thing you've ever done for love? What is that one thing that you've ever done for love? I'll do a story time for me. So as you join, don't forget to comment, like, share. And there's also a membership button. You can click and join the membership. I'm so happy to be here. So I'll be doing a few work and my machine is misbehaving. So I want to switch it on. I know it has this annoying sound it makes. But I hope we manage to talk as I do it, because I do not have a microphone for this phone that I'm using. I have a microphone for the camera only. For this particular phone, I don't. So as it, you hear that sound, that annoying sound. So I don't know. If you guys, you're aware, what should I do to just have it calm down? But on today's, thank you for joining. Today's conversation, we are talking relationships, and we are talking the most. What are those silly things you've done in relationship? Pour your heart out. Write a comment down there. Let's know. What is that silly thing you've ever done for love? I was just reminded of how my relationships have been. And I write a lot about relationships. It's been a while since I wrote on Facebook. I need to go back and just keep writing. But I've done quite some foolish things, some selfish. Right now, I would say they were selfish because they were meant to benefit me, and some really, really dumb that I still ask myself, was that me? Why did I do that? Another thing, my eyebrows hasn't been cut for a while, so it looks so bulky, and I don't know what to do with it. I do not know how to trim it on my own. I'll figure out that. So I've had very many silly episodes and story time. Once upon a time in the city of Nairobi. Anyway, again, you'll hear some sound in the background, apart from that of the baby playing, and I also have a cold. Apart from that of the baby playing, you're going to hear this irritating sound from, I don't know if it's only irritating me, but this irritating sound from my PC. Whenever I'm doing something heavy like editing or using those heavy apps like Photoshop and the likes, it tends to make such noise. So right now I'm switching it on and it makes a lot of noise. So I wanted to tell you, I'll just mention the silly thing I've done. Please let me know, what is that silly thing you've ever done for relationship? But I want to go to Facebook and pick one of my stories and read. But I've never done a silly thing I've done for love. Sorry about that. I just noticed my dresses. See, now this is the problem of working from home. Up, you're in official. And down is a pajama. So let me pull it closer so that you only get to see the top. Yeah, that's better. That's better. So I want to look at one of the stories and read as we figure out what is that silly thing you've ever done. I have several. Let me just mention one, and maybe I'll do a story time for it as well. So I remember one day, oh God, that was me, kneeling down on my knees, both knees, crying and begging the man not to leave me. like on both knees. I often ask myself, what was that? What was that that I did? Literally begging someone to stay, not to leave me. I think of all the list of stupid things I've ever done, that was the lowest. Because I look at it, and the reason I'm saying it was the lowest, at that time, is it was very stupid. At that time, I looked very vulnerable, and I thought this one will persuade them. But now, from where I'm at, I'm like, and what if he took me back? Then what? How would our relationship be? Hmm? How would we have lived that life? So maybe he would constantly be reminding me of how I begged him to stay. Or maybe he would be constantly looking at the things I do, like it would be a constant reminder of the wrongs I've done. And also the relationship wasn't that healthy per se. So I don't think I would be in a space where my computer is taking forever to open up. I think, and I can't use the phone because it's what I'm using for this live. I wanted to read one of the stories and see how the African tells this. And tell me, guys, thank you for joining. I'm seeing you joining. Just write down there, what is that stupid thing, foolish thing, that, or in your eyes, funny thing that you did for a relationship? I just mentioned one. I've done several, but I just mentioned one. I went on my knees crying and begging not to be left, not to be dumped. I was so desperate for that relationship. And in my eyes, I thought I was so much in love. Rajesh Rollins, hi. Thank you for joining. Rajesh, tell me, what is that one thing you've ever done for love that you regret, or in the name of love that you regret? I'm from Kenya. I'm doing story time right now. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya. Where are you from? I am trying to find the story. I think I should have opened it earlier. Rajesh Rollins, where are you from? Where are you watching from? Oh, nice. Nice. So tell us about indie love, or rather Indian love. What is that thing that you've done in the name of love that right now you look at and you say it's foolish? Also, you can just drop a comment. Also, I have a membership platform you can join to follow. You can join to follow. And I'll be doing more of these live sessions at least once a week, where we just share so many here and there. And guys, I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining my live. Thank you so much. It's opening now. I'll just pick the first story that I come across because it's been a while since I wrote. Thank you guys for joining. Yeah, nice. Love is about caring, affection, and intimacy. And that is the beauty of it. But often we find ourselves getting so much entangled, and sometimes we get selfish, and in other times we also meet the wrong partners while at it. When you get in and you think you're giving your best, only for you to give your best to the wrong person. So this evening I'm just asking, actually it's an afternoon, it's not evening. What is the one thing you've done that you say, stupid, yes, I found the story that I wanted to read? Charlie Brown. Am I understanding? Hello, Aunt Jemima. I love syrup. I honestly do not understand if it's a phrase or it's a statement. My name is Rosa. So if the Aunt Jemima was to mean something, kindly correct, because I'm not getting it. And I love syrup. Which kind of syrup? Is it edible? Are you talking something that we are not supposed to be talking here? I need to know. Yes, Charlie Brown, please elaborate. Maple syrup. Maple syrup. Okay, let me consult Google. Let me consult Google. Oh, I see. Google says maple syrup is a sweet syrup made from sap and maple trees. In cold climate, these trees store starch in their trunks and roots before winter. So, you love syrup. In relation to our story, I would love to know how the two relate. We are talking about relationship and the stupid things you've done for love. What is that one thing that you know you will never do again? You did it in the name of love, but you know you'll never do it again. Yes, I've done the research and I've seen the maple tree syrup. What I don't understand is the connection between, or do you sell it? Or or is it quote unquote supposed to mean something different? That is what I'm trying to understand. So in this story that I'm reading, it's one of my best read stories on Facebook, and it's Return. The title was Return Everything I Got You. So in this story, I was asked by my ex, because we had broken up, to return everything. And I'll go ahead and start reading. I hope you love it. And then also let me know if you get to watch this after or even now. Just leave a comment and let me know if I should be doing more of the readings. Someone suggested that I should be doing, but I just thought, why won't I start with a live and see how it goes? Oh, now I get it. Putting maple syrup on her feet and snacked on her feet. Oh God. So nasty. That's nasty. So that's the one thing you did that you know you wouldn't do. I think now I get it. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. Return everything I got you. This is what he told me when I told it, since our relationship was not working, it had gotten from bad to worse. I asked him to write a list of everything he had ever given me so that I can know to return. Did not ask him because I did not know what he had given me or spent on me, but I did because he knew how little it was and it would be humiliating for him to write. But man, I was wrong. He went ahead and wrote the list, knocked on the door, and gave me the list. We were neighbors. Without any shame on him, the guy wrote down a list of 3 items he had given me during the 2 years of dating. Number one, seat. Number two, 1,500 Kenyan shillings. And number three, dolly. I almost fell to the floor with laughter when I remembered. It was a breakup. And this was, I'm trying to open it fully. I almost fell on the floor with laughter and remembered it was a breakup and this was the man I chose for myself. So I got all emotional, angry, sad, disappointment, amused, and all at the same time. The seat in question was one that he gave me to use at my former studio at which was at Pipeline. It was made of bamboo and a fabric commonly used by people as outside seat or balcony. The money, 1,500, was the most recent thing he had given me. It was meant to be a top up for my salon money, and I was running short and needed a boost. The dolly here was the funniest of them all. This was a teddy bear. It was a medium sized one, almost the size of a 500-gram bread. This is a teddy bear that I had given my niece after she asked me in Luo, Inbe itugo gi dolly. You also play with a doll? My niece's first language was Luo. She was about 4 years then. I told him I was going to give him back everything. At this time, my sister, my younger brother, and my niece and I were staying in the same house. My brother had gone to open the studio, so it was only my sister and I in the house. My niece was at school. With the help of my sister, we got the seat from the studio, took a teddy bear from the house, and withdrew 1,500 to go give him so that we can be clear as he had requested. When he opened the door for me, he was shocked to see me hand him the stuff he had listed. He thought I was going to ask him back, something I had done before, but no. So, remember I mentioned one of the foolish things I've done? That was it. Going on my knees begging for him to come back. So, in this story, I had not mentioned it, but that was something that I had done. I was here handling him all he had given me, or spent on me. He got so angry he started spewing insult at me. He called me all sorts of names, but did not react to it. My sister just insisted that he should take the things so we can go. I remember her reading his list and saying check, seat check, dolly check, 1,500 check. He told them, he took them, got so angry and pounced on me. He hit me like twice. I did not retaliate. My sister pulled me behind her and hit him back. I was in shock. I started weeping while these two were still fighting. His older brother came out. I didn't even know he was around. All he could say was, "You guys stop fighting," in a very low tone. He was a very laid back guy and shy too. By this time, there was so much commotion. The neighbors are all out to see what's happening. This was so embarrassing. I thought I had never been one to cause drama or attract attention. I fear such kinds of attention, but again, I was impressed seeing my sister fight him like a man. A neighbor separated them, and my sister and I left. He was still spewing insults at me and mostly me, at us and mostly me. As all this was happening, someone had called my brother asking him where he was, yet his sisters were being killed. People can be dramatic, you know. He closed the studio and came home. He found me crying hysterically. I could not explain anything even when he asked. My other sister was on phone with our other sister telling her that we shouldn't let him go scot-free. When my brother finally heard what had happened, he rushed to his house. He did not find him. He was told he is at the rooftop. He followed him there, and a group of neighbors also followed him. When he got there, ready to fight, the guy was so shaken. My brother told him, "Let's now do it man to man. Since you wanted to test your strength, you shouldn't have done it on women. And even worse, my sisters." He hit him once, but then he was held back. I was also pleading with him not to fight because I know him and he can worsen things or even badly hurt him, which might end up to be a police case. My brother listened and gave him a very stern warning that should he see any of his sisters, that is me and any of my sisters, then he should turn and go the opposite direction. That if we happen to meet on the staircase, he should go back and wait for us to pass before he can pass. He should never even try to look at any of us, and if he happens to, he gets to know, then he will not like what's coming. My brother had just cleared from 4 at this time. He listened and followed. Whenever we would bump on each other, he would go back and let me pass. He would take the opposite direction whenever he saw me or my sister until the day we moved out. So that was basically the story. And that was the man that at some point I went on my knees begging to go back with. So what's that stupid thing? This was a very short live, and I intentionally wanted it to be that short and brief. And I'm inviting guys, if you would want us to have a live session where we connect and discuss topics and talk about pressing issues, fun issues, just basically have good stories to tell and discuss and learn from each other, then kindly find me on my socials: Facebook at Rosa Nyarath Miyumo, Instagram at Rosa Nyarath, and TikTok at Rosa Nyarath as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for joining my live. It was meant to be such. You have a ring on your finger. Yes, sorry, I missed that. Yes, I'm married, and we are almost 3 in our marriage. So these are narrations of relationships I've been before marriage, the mistakes I've made before marriage. This one is a wedding ring. It's a 2-piece. This is engagement, and the other one is the wedding ring. So yes, I am married. And thank you guys for joining. I wanted to be at least 30 minutes video, and we managed. So I was just reading a story and I wanted us to discuss. What do you think? Unless you have something, now I'm just giving you room to ask any question for because we have 6 minutes until it's 30 minutes in, then I'll close it from there. Any question? Or you'd love to tell your story? So no questions are coming in. We are 5 minutes left. Just whenever you watch this, Don't forget, I'll come in to give you, to reply to your questions. Just ask. Tell us, what is that one thing that you've done for love that you know you'll never do again? Charlie Brown said putting maple syrup on her feet and snacked on her feet. And I didn't know what maple syrup was. I looked it up. It more kind of looked like honey. Looks like honey. And that could be too much. But if it is what makes you happy, then who am I to judge? As long as it makes you happy. Thank you and bye-bye for now. Thank you for joining my live. The time is up. I do not want to go past 30 minutes on this particular video.